5 signs you are not ready to receive money. If you fall into any one of these signs or multiple ones, it's okay. I give you some things you can do to shift this, to change this so that you get to a place where you are ready to receive money. But a lot of people don't understand that when it comes to things like money or really anything you attract in your life, it's not always about what you want. It's about more of who you are. You will always attract to yourself what you are instead of what you want. And so if you are doing certain things that I'm going to be going over in this video, you'll want to become aware of them and start doing the opposite or something different so that you can start to bring more money into your life. That's coming up next. Hi there, my name is Dave and this is HeartSpace, where we are releasing videos every single day to help you live life more in your way. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon down below so you don't miss any of the videos that we've released. Now, like I said, I want to go over 5 signs that you are not ready for money yet. Yes, there are many things that will cause you to not be able to attract money into your life yet, and the universe is going to want you to align with something else before it allows abundance and wealth to start coming into your life. So without further ado, let's get into the signs. We're going in reverse order, starting with number 5. And sign number 5 is you have a limitation mindset. Look, when it comes to people who are able to attract money into their lives, they don't come from limitations, they come from possibilities. And that's the mindset and the mind shift you're going to want to go through if you want to start bringing more money into your life. Because if you're coming from limitations, you say things like, I can't a lot, or you look for all the excuses to why you can't do something, then you're never actually going to take the actions necessary to bring more money into your life. You know, the universe could bring you 1,000,001 things that would indicate to you that going in this direction is going to help you bring more abundance or wealth into your life, but you won't do it because you have a limitation mindset. You know, it's all really going to start with your belief systems and the mindset that you have. And so if you have a limitation mindset, not even with just money, but other things as well, it's really going to, like it suggests, limit the amount that comes in. And so the solution to this is to remember that you are in abundance, that you have this universe filled with infinite possibilities. And when you start coming from this place of infinite possibilities, you'll start finding solutions to all the things you thought were problems that couldn't be solved. But that's rarely the case. There's almost always a solution to everything. And when you come from the mindset of possibility instead of the mindset of limitation, that's when things will start coming in more and more. Number 4 is an important one, and one I learned from my mentors, and it's you don't know what you would do if you had the money. You see, when it comes to attracting money, most people aren't attracting that money because they say they want a certain amount and they get to that amount. They actually think more of the lifestyle they're going to live if they had that money. They think of the things they would spend it on or what they would actually do with it. Because the universe, you know, it doesn't really understand money, so to speak. You know, money isn't concrete. Money is something that only has value in the mind of a person. But if you instead put the energy out there that you want to attract, say, a certain home or a certain car or a certain lifestyle, then the tool needed usually to acquire those things is money, and the universe will bring that about so that you can do those things. So instead of being like, you know what, I want to attract, you know, $10,000 a month or something like that. That's one of the traps I used to fall into. Instead of having that, and you can still have that as a goal, but instead of, you know, maybe visualizing and thinking of, oh, $10,000 coming in, instead think of what you would do if you were living that life now. You know, would you maybe live in a different place? Would you live in a different country? Would you be surrounded by different people? Would you drive a certain car? Would you wear certain clothes? Like, these are material things. Would you maybe go to a certain event or seminar? Like that, for me, that's one thing I would definitely do. You know, would you fly first class instead of coach? And what you want to do is really mull over these things, really visualize these things instead of just thinking of maybe, you know, money coming in again, because that's it's not very specific, even though you think it might be specific to the universe, because it doesn't really communicate that way. But instead, get excited about the kind of lifestyle you would live if you received a lot of money or you had a lot more money coming in. Again, see yourself in that dream home of yours. See yourself driving that dream car if that's something you want to do. Traveling all over the world, you know, maybe meeting certain people, whatever it is, go for that instead of trying to think of a certain dollar amount. Because again, when you surround yourself with thoughts of wealth and opulence and abundance and prosperity, those things will naturally come in. But the universe won't recognize it necessarily if you're just thinking of maybe a certain number in your account and that's all you're thinking of, or someone handing you money. Now, those can help, but it shouldn't be the only thing you're thinking of. So that's number 4. That's a big one a lot of people don't consider. Think of the thing that you would spend the money on. Think of using money as a tool instead of just money for money's sake. Know what you would do if the money came in. Sign number 3 is you aren't willing to take action, or you haven't in the past. If we look at your past and then you say you're struggling with money, you want more money, and I bet we could look at your actions and see that you haven't been doing much. You see, when you align with abundance and wealth and prosperity, it's not as though money is going to fall out of the sky. What is going to happen more likely is opportunities, people, and circumstances will be put into place that you could follow through on that would help bring more of that into your life. For example, the universe might bring that perfect person to you that helps you with a certain business opportunity or introduces you to the right person that would help your business along. Perhaps the universe will bring, a certain idea into your thoughts, into your atmosphere, so to speak, into your energetic field. But then if you don't act upon that idea, well, it's not going to work. So a lot of people think that if they just think about abundance and prosperity and wealth, that it will come falling out of the sky. No, you will start feeling a certain way that would encourage you to go do it. You will start having ideas come in and about what you should do, but it isn't just going to fall into your lap physically in the form of money. It's just going to be these opportunities and doors opening up. It is then your job to finish the cycle, complete it by taking the action. The action is always that final step that's needed for it to actually come about in the material world. You need to take some action within the material world. Yes, visualizing about your success is an amazing thing to do. Yes, being able to get in a meditative state so you can receive the ideas from the universe is an amazing thing to do. But once the meditation brings you the idea, once the visualization elevates you to a certain energy and also brings you the idea, you need to act upon it. For me, for example, it'll sometimes be in the form of a video idea or starting a certain product or doing something else. But if I don't take action on those ideas, I can't really attract anything into my life. So remember, you need to be taking the action. If you're not currently taking the action, it means that nothing really is going to come in. You're not completing the full cycle when it comes to the law of attraction. Sign number 2 plays upon one we've already covered slightly, and it's you see money as the be-all, end-all, and not as a tool. You see, if you make money your God, if you make it the main thing, you are not only going to struggle to bring it in because you're going to put way too much importance on it. If it was to come in, you're never going to be fulfilled anyway, and you're still going to have this empty gap. So many people try and solve their problems or try to feel a certain way with money. And look, money can be an incredible tool to help you experience certain things you may have not been able to experience at one point or another. Although I would argue that the feeling you're going for, you could experience at any time, and is one of the ways you'll bring more money in. However, like I said, it is a tool. It is a tool to enhance your experience, to be able to experience living in that dream home, to be able to experience traveling to that country you've always wanted to travel to be able to experience, being able to maybe invest a lot of money into your business or into something else. You see, it is a tool to enhance your experience here on Earth and nothing more. That is what it serves as. Once your basic survival needs are taken care of, you have enough to eat, you have a place to sleep, you're able to survive, that's what money becomes about. It is a tool to enhance your experience as a spiritual being in a human body. But if you make it the goal to just hoard and collect as much money as possible, you are really, really going to struggle to attract it to yourself. And in fact, I wouldn't want to attract money to myself in that energy because I'm just going to go down a dark path that I may never return from. And again, you hear so many people who've committed suicide going down that path or have been permanently, damaged or just completely unfulfilled and don't know why because they thought, money was the answer. They thought if they got a lot of money, that would be it. They'd be fulfilled. But it's not the case, and we see it time and time again. Now, I know plenty of people who are incredibly fulfilled and have abundance and just vast amounts of money as well, but they felt fulfilled before they even had the money. That came in as a natural byproduct of the way they were already living and seeing themselves. Like, it was only natural for that to come in, and then it enhanced their experience. It allows them to help more people. It allows them to live in a more beautiful way. But if they didn't have it, they would still live that way too. And again, You have to remember that money is a tool. And if you treat it as such, you will be able to attract more of it into your life. Again, that's why it's so important, like I said in one of the previous ones, is that you want to visualize and you want to think about what you will do with it as a tool instead of just thinking of it for just money's sake or just thinking of it because it's like, oh, it's cool to have. Think of the way you're going to use it, and it will be way more likely that you're going to start having these opportunities to use it in that way come into your life. And sign number one that you are not ready to receive money, and this is probably the biggest one you see with the majority of people, is you curse or condemn money, wealth, prosperity. You know, how many people in the world curse people who have money and say that money is the root of all evil, and all people with money are not to be trusted, or they all stole to get there, they're all thieves, they all had to trick their way into it, or whatever else it is. And I can tell you that this is objectively not true. There are, sure, probably people like that who earned money in certain ways, but guess what? Their karma, they'll have it. You know, I guarantee those people are not fulfilled and they're not living great lives. They might be living really terrible lives in luxury, sure. So from the outside, if you just look at things from the material plane, yes, it might look like they're living an incredible life, but I guarantee you they're not. And that is the karmic debt that's paid when you earn money in shady ways, or you earn money in ways where you screw people over, or it's just not really a good way, because money earned in an ethical way is by providing value to other people. And I know many people who make millions, and they do it through helping others, and they've helped lift others up, elevate them, helped others make money in an ethical way, helped others to get out of a rut in their life or to live a more fulfilling life. And so if you curse and condemn money, of course it's going to run away from you. If you think of money like a person, if you curse and condemn a person over and over and over again, what is most likely the result? Are they going to be, so excited to be around you and want to be around you? No, they're going to run away. And it's the same for really anything you're trying to attract. If you say you want it, but then you openly curse it, condemn it, or even secretly do it, again, you can't lie to the universe, you can't trick it, it knows how you really feel about a thing. And so the universe doesn't care. The universe will just give you what you actually want, actually through energy say that you want. And so if you're cursing and condemning money, saying things like money doesn't grow on trees, money is the root of all evil, money corrupts, whatever else it is, and you're coming from those absolutes that money will absolutely be a bad thing, guess what? You're not going to attract it. You're just not going to. And so you really need to switch this mindset from, money doesn't grow on trees, money is corrupt, to money is abundant. Money flows into my life easily. Money is just a tool that brings out more of who the person is. Sure, if a corrupt person makes a lot of money, it'll bring out more of their corruption. But if someone that's coming from a very loving place and is a very caring, heart-centered, divine, moving type person, it's going to bring and amplify that. Again, it is a tool. People use tools all the time for evil things, but also for good things, right? So money is simply a tool that's going to just magnify the actual person who has the money. So yes, sometimes we see that happening to people who are incredibly selfish or even hurt others, but you can also see it with people who have done incredible things in the world who are helping many, many people, and there are many examples of that as well. But again, if you come from the mindset of, I hate money, money isn't growing trees, money's for this type of person, I wouldn't want to be that kind of person. I would rather have no money and, be a good person. As if having money automatically makes you a bad person, which it does not. And so you can be the person that's up on the soapbox coming from a moral high ground thinking that way, completely broke, when deep down you really do want more money and you're always complaining about it and always talking about it, going like, I just never have enough and blah, blah, blah. Or you could be the person that says, you know what, I am abundant, I am wealthy, and if when the money comes in, I know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to do good things. I'm going to, treat myself. Sure, I'm going to get the house, the dream house I want, but maybe I'll create for people. Maybe I'll help the local homeless shelter, whatever it is. But if you condemn or curse money, it will run away faster than anything you've ever seen. All right, guys, so those are the 5 signs that you are not ready for money. So again, I gave you what those signs are so you can become aware of them, and then what you can do to shift it. Because if you are noticing some of these signs within you, it's okay. It's not like right or wrong or something to beat yourself up about. It's just a conscious choice you can make to change this if you actually want to bring more money into your life, if you want to become prepared to bring more money in. And it does take a level of preparation. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know which ones resonated with you, in the fact which ones you are doing and what you're going to do to change them, and I will see you in the next video.